Welcome. You are now tuned in with Eyes On Podium podcast. And this is episode number 5. My name is HB and I'm joined here by 3 of my brothers. I'm gonna throw the ball to Chris.
Quick jab step. Coach Chris, whichever you prefer. Excited to have you guys tuned in to the Eyes On Podium podcast. Now I'm gonna swing the rock to my brother Tony.
You did it the right hand this time.
Well, welcome, guys. It's Tone, aka Set the Tone. Happy to have you all here again with us. Episode 5. Throw the alley-oop to my guy, Henny.
Ooh. Just making a bounce pass. My knee's not that good. It's your boy, Henny. Welcome to episode 5. Please comment, like, subscribe, do all that. We on all platforms.
We everywhere.
Follow us. We everywhere, man. Let's get into it.
KD rumors. Kevin Durant to Boston trade rumors, man. Start us off, Chris. How you feeling about this?
I mean, for Boston, this would have been perfect. I mean, that's an upgrade. You go from Jaylen Brown to Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant is also a wing playmaker. You know,
right.
his game has developed where he's become way better as a playmaker. He averaged more assists than LeBron last year. If you didn't know, now you know. but
yeah,
yeah,
nobody to pass it to. Go ahead, though.
But definitely would have upgraded the Celtics. If I'm Brooklyn, I would have never accepted that trade. They did the right thing by declining that.
What was that trade again?
It was Jaylen Brown, Derek White in the first round. It
was a couple undisclosed picks. They didn't say.
Boston reached out to the Nets about that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nasty.
I mean, I wouldn't mind Jaylen Brown, and I mean, I think that's I don't know. I feel like that's a great trade for Brooklyn. I mean, I would give me Jaylen Brown. I would ask for Jaylen Brown and Smart and Grant Williams and like 4 first-round picks, 4 or 5 picks.
Absolutely. I'm asking for the house. If I'm the Nets, I'm asking for the house.
Is that the house, though? Because Boston, for Boston, you're getting Kevin Durant, right? Like, you're getting a more efficient player.
Right. But you also losing Marcus Smart, your defensive player of the year. Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you picked up Brogdon, right? You picked up Malcolm Brogdon, like
another playmaker, right?
Another playmaker. So that kind of like that helps the Marcus Smart situation. You know what I mean? Like, I like it. I like it for Brooklyn, and I like it for Boston. I mean, I feel like Boston's definitely gonna win a couple with that lineup with Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah, they get them too. They going all the way.
Henny?
Here's my thing about it. I don't feel like it's a good trade for Boston. And this is why I say this. I believe that Jaylen Brown, he's younger than KD, and he averaged close to the same amount. That's star type numbers. Mm-hmm. He's not a superstar. He's not even a star, but they are star type numbers.
Right.
He put up in the playoffs, in the finals, all that. And I feel like giving up your whole future for possibly 5 years. Well, I think he's under contract for 3 years. So there's even a chance he leaves, because that seems like something he likes to do. So in my mind, I'm not giving up Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not giving up a young star in Jaylen Brown. I'm not giving up Derek White, who helped stretch that floor.
They could keep.
I understand, but he did show up. And then you got to give him a chance. And then you're going to give up possibly 3 first-round picks. I mean, they're probably not going to be lottery.
4 or 5.
Right, that's what I'm saying. KD is not worth it. He's absolutely not worth it.
Tone, you don't think KD's worth? Tone, you don't think KD's worth it?
Nah, I mean, KD's worth it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. KD's worth it. It's just, as a GM, are you doing that? Does that put you in the best position to win? KD's 34 years old, or turning 34 this year. He hasn't played a full season since he's come back from his injury.
He's only had 2 seasons from his injury, though. That's tough. That's a tough, that's tough.
I understand, but he's also 34, and that's tough too, right? So, being 34, going to Boston, you're stripping them of assets, you're stripping them of some of their youth. I don't know if him and Jason Tatum alone gets them over the hump. I don't know if that team alone is better than the Bucks. I don't know if that team alone is better than Miami. Mm-hmm. I don't think that really moves the needle as much as you would think. It's a superstar name, so it looks good, it sounds good, but I don't think it's going to impact winning for the Boston Celtics as much as their young core will. If not, well, they just came from the NBA championship this year. Right. So their trajectory is already at the peak. I don't know if KD just automatically puts them over the hump.
I mean, KD is a top 15 player of all time. When we did our top 25 list or top 10 list, he was literally 2 or 3 on everyone's list.
I agree.
He still averaged a 30 ball this year.
What are we talking about? He's literally the best. In the last 30 years or so, the 15 best players have won it outside of Chauncey Billups, Dirk Nowitzki. It's literally been Kobe, LeBron, Steph, Shaq, KD.
But
Jordan,
to that point, the NBA,
it's literally been those players.
The NBA is a lot more balanced than it is now than it was then.
But you need those players to win the finals.
Arguably, LeBron's the second best player of all time, and he's missed the playoffs twice in the last 3 years.
Okay.
So having that on your team doesn't necessarily. Yep.
He missed it twice in 3 years. That's tough.
Yep. So you got to think that. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get to where you want to get. You got to think the Lakers gave up everything.
But they got a championship. It was worth it. You need a top 15 player to win a championship, and KD is one of them. You're not gonna win a championship, right? It's in the last umpteenth years, right? Yes, there's some exceptions. Those exceptions are Dirk, Chauncey, right? And I don't know if I'm missing anybody, but in the last 30 years or so, it's literally been the same. It's the top 10, 15 players. So why not get a top 10, 15 player? I mean, where does Jaylen Brown?
I don't like how they're doing it though.
What do you mean?
They're giving up a lot of defense. That's how they beat this top 10 player of all time. By doing it with defense. They're giving up Jaylen Brown. They're giving up. I don't care what you say about Derek White. They're giving up Derek White. They're giving up Marcus Smart. That was keys to their defense. And you're giving that up for offense, which these 3 guys giving you. So I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You don't.
I don't think it's worth it. And KD is 34. KD's 34.
They just came out of the championship game.
They did.
I mean, I think they're on the right path. I don't think there's much that they need to do. They looked really good. And there was a few games in that series that some would say they should have won. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if KD actually swings that pendulum as much.
The game was in their hands.
Bro, KD is a top 15 player.
Agreed.
Of all time in basketball history.
Does he make them better when they lose all their defense?
Yes. It don't matter. If KD on your team, you're a better basketball team. If you have another top 10 player, right, or top 15 player with KD, you're most likely going to the finals.
Well, let me ask you this question. I think this is a good question. As the GM, what is your goal?
To win a championship.
Win a championship.
Yeah.
And even with the trade,
they were just a few games from winning the championship without giving up anything.
I understand your point. You're saying like, why overhaul, right? Why do such a big change like that? You were just a few pieces away. You made that. You may have already made those moves with Gallinari and
these not easily replaceable pieces that they're giving
Marcus
up.
Smart. I understand that, but it's Kevin Durant. He covers up a lot. Like, it's not just, okay, I'm just going to go get a bucket. He's Kevin Durant, a top 15 player of all time.
Does Kevin Durant result in championships?
Yes, he has 2 of them.
Because, yeah, that's a different conversation.
He has 2 of them, though. But he has 2 of them.
That's a different.
But listen, here's my point, though. He has two of them with another top 15 player.
Right.
He has 2 of them with the NBA champions from this year.
Right, but they're top. But Steph Curry is a top 15 player. Is he not?
Their team is very good. It's not just a Steph Curry thing.
I understand that, but when you have 2 top 15 players,
Did he have gone anywhere else and got the same result?
No.
Yes.
Exactly. No, he couldn't have.
Yes. Come on, y'all being disrespectful.
Come on, Chris. Can I? Chris. Thank you. That's all I needed there. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's
you on mute, Chris?
Move on. Yeah, I believe he's on mute.
Am I? Nah, right here.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right. Yeah, let's move on.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Pastor.
Yeah, it wasn't happening.
Pastor.
It wasn't happening.
It's not.
Come on. He is top 15, but you still need pieces around you. You need these role players.
But he's top 15 of all time, though.
I get it, but still, you're giving up your core.
So
it's not like you're giving up bench players.
What is he worth giving up?
I recant my statement. He is worth that. But
I'm saying though, what is he worth giving up though? Like if
he's worth that.
Oh, okay.
It's hard. You can't degree it. Gobert ruined it for everybody.
What Boston offered would have been what Boston offered would have been perfect.
For Boston.
Yeah,
Boston. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But we're negotiating here. If we're doing a even trade, what's the closest to a 60-40 we can get?
It's hard.
Jaylen Brown, I need a star.
34-year-old KD without seeing what else he could do.
But I
wouldn't. Man. I'm gonna say this. Smart. Let me say this. I guarantee you, if that was LeBron who was on the trade market, those trades would be done. It's not even a question.
Well, LeBron is gonna tell you where he want to go. So that's right. LeBron is gonna do that with 1 year left.
He gonna pick who he want to get traded for too.
Yeah, like. All right. So look. Just play with me here. Like, let's just say, like, Jaylen Brown gets traded to Brooklyn. How does a Jaylen Brown #1 guy team look? He got Kyrie over there. He got Ben Simmons. Like, you feel like he gonna? What do you feel like? What do you think that would look like, Chris?
I don't think it's gonna work with him being the #1 guy. I mean, I feel like in order to be that #1 guy, you got to be able to get other players involved. Like, he got to be able to play make. I'm not giving the ball to Jaylen Brown and just say go, because look what happened in the finals. Down with all that, with all that pressure, him being the #1 guy, how can I trust you to do that when I know it's possible that you're gonna go down and possibly turn the ball over? So I just don't see him being that #1 guy. Yeah, big possibility. That's what I'm saying. That's a big part of the development of his game that he has to get to.
Yeah.
For him to be that #1 guy.
Yeah.
Because if he got the ball, you already know he's just gonna go try to go score.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna make the best decision down the stretch.
I feel like he can do it though. I feel like that will actually be a kind of a cool team to see. Like Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, some shooters, Steph, Joe Harris, and Jaylen. You don't think that's an Eastern Conference team?
Yeah, but
go ahead.
If Kevin Durant goes to Boston, no.
No, I'm saying if
no.
You think that's the Eastern Conference team, Tony?
If I'm the GM of Brooklyn and I can get Jaylen Brown, yeah, I'm taking that without even thinking. And I think that team would be better than the Boston Celtics.
All right, cool.
Just to go off of,
keep going.
Go off of Henny's point. You're giving up too much. So
Uh-huh.
I got Kyrie Irving. I got Marcus Smart. I got White. I got Patty Mills. I got Curry.
That's a lot of people
I got
not
Ben
gonna play.
Simmons.
I'm not
do you
including
mean?
Marcus Smart in that trade though. For me,
Yeah.
I'm saying like if Marcus Smart is over there, yeah. But I'm saying if they give up all of that, yeah. But if they got what Boston offered, then I'm taking Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends on what the trade. So let's just say the trade is Marcus Smart goes.
I'm taking the Nets.
That's the deciding factor. Is Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart is the deciding factor.
The deciding factor is Marcus Smart.
Yes.
He's the number 2 guy.
Right.
Wherever you say they have a better chance because he affects winning.
All right, man. All right.
It does.
All right, GM Showtime Tone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Ooh.
What you think about these Philly Rockets?
I'm gonna tell you something. Philly's gonna be a team to watch this year.
Mhm.
Like, you got runner up for MVP. You got Joel Embiid over there, who should have probably won MVP, but we'll save that for a little
He
later.
definitely should have
The
won.
dude is unstoppable, right? You get James Harden. James Harden looks great from some of the things I've seen with him over the summer. He took less on his contract to get some of his guys out there. He got Daniel House out there, PJ Tucker. They're trying to work out a buyout situation to get Eric Gordon over there. They picked up Milton from the Grizzlies. Their team it's just looking crazy. And I didn't even mention Maxey. I see a lot of threes, a lot of pick and roll, and a lot of Joel Embiid. They're gonna be tough.
I feel like they're gonna be like the team that they thought the Rockets was gonna be with Dwight Howard, where they had Dwight Howard. Like you got a lot of shooters, but Joel Embiid is gonna give you 28, 13 or something, 3 blocks, right, Chris?
And he passes. He passes too.
He passes.
Look. James Harden took a pay cut, took a little pay cut, and there's a guy on the Rockets who actually is looking for a spot. So maybe a trade, maybe a buyout, and that's Eric Gordon. That would complete the Philly Rockets. bring it full circle.
Hey, they might get Doc out of here soon. You think Doc gonna be on the you think Doc gonna be out of here?
Oh, absolutely. Look,
you know who coming? The Doc is out of there.
I am not high on Doc. I think Doc is overrated. He's so overrated.
I don't know. He wins a lot.
I want him out of here immediately.
He wins a lot.
Yeah, because look at the talent he had. I can list the talent he had, from Tracy McGrady to Grant Hill. Yeah, this is on Orlando. He had him first stint as a coach. I don't think y'all even know that.
Hurt.
Still talent. What about Tracy McGrady on Orlando?
I don't know. I think Daryl Murray
just came over.
Daryl Murray's thinking about what you think about, because
James Harden, CP3, Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
All this talent. He had Ray Allen, one of my favorite point guards, Rondo, KG, Paul Pierce.
They won the championship.
And he only had one ring.
I mean,
all that talent and one ring.
Not a lot.
One ring. Think about it. All that talent and you only win one ring. You're gonna win. Of course, you're gonna win.
That Boston team make you feel like they had a 3-peat, huh?
Yeah, they got a brotherhood for what? Right. For what? They only won one ring.
Right. You're being disrespectful.
They won one ring. One ring.
That's true.
Like, think about that. Think how great they think they are.
Oh, they're the other team that don't have a top 15 player of all time that won the championship.
Oh, Boston?
Yeah. That 2018.
Okay.
They don't have a top 15 player of all time. That was the other team that I can't remember.
Some will argue KG.
He's not top 15.
Do they have?
All time.
But they have 3. But they had what? Did they have 3 top 75 players?
Yeah. But top 15 is different.
One ring. That's crazy.
Listen, only one team could win, right? And the other teams that won in between them was the Lakers and What the Heat?
Miami.
Yeah. I mean, sheesh. LeBron, Kobe.
And they got them. Miami and them got them when they were
Dirk got one in there.
It was over. It was over.
And they were old too. Like I think we forget like it's not the era of like like all these machines. Like you know what I mean. Like they were a little bit. They were a little bit old. They were a little bit up there. You know what I mean. They were a little bit up there.
But they don't act like it. They don't act like it. So that they was at the end of their career.
So what would have to like? Where does the
that team?
Daryl Morey. I want to talk about Daryl Morey firing Doc for D'Antoni. Like, when does that happen?
Well, let me tell you.
Let
me tell you about it. Daryl Morey was I think he won Executive of the Year like 2018, 2019. The guy's track record is amazing. He's had good teams 4 years. D'Antoni's been his guy. Mm-hmm. Doc got until All-Star game. I give him halfway. If they're underperforming,
he's gone.
I promise you. It may be a situation where Doc Rivers steps down. Here's why. At the end of the season, there were like little comments about James Harden like not wanting to do certain things. And you would just see like certain gestures, and everyone was like, "Wait, is James trying to get Mike in there?" If that continues,
you know how that's
gonna get his guy. James gonna get his guy. So
absolutely.
Doc better take it easy this year.
Mm.
That's funny.
And B gonna have fun in that system.
Oh my god. And B gonna be able to shoot
in
threes.
That system. Yep. All he want. I hate it when he shoots threes. I hate
Embiid?
it. Yeah, I hate when he shoots threes.
What's wrong with him shooting threes?
He can't. Nobody could score him. Could guard him in the paint. Look at that dunk just now. Look at that. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but he has to run the offense too sometimes.
And that's over one of the top shot blockers in the NBA.
I get that, but them threes is just lazy to me. That's just him being lazy.
He makes some.
No, he not efficiently. Not efficiently.
Somebody
check
look
the
up.
stats.
Somebody look up what Joel Embiid shot.
I'm gonna say this: all of that dribbling stuff in Mike D'Antoni's system, you don't need to do that.
Right.
Just catch it.
I just feel like
catch it or a layup. That's it. Shoot a three or a layup.
I just feel like in the post, Joel puts so much more pressure on your defense when he's in the post.
Yeah,
bro. He gets players in foul trouble.
True.
He gets to the line. They control the game like that. Him shooting threes. You bailing the other team. You bailing the other team out if he's shooting.
Right. You have more of a chance to get to him while he's at the three versus him being in the paint, making a move and going up.
Y'all say that, and then we got two highlights back to back of him.
I have knocking down threes. I know.
Yo,
he's that skilled, but I just think start in the paint, then go out.
This NBA season is gonna be really, 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 really fun to really watch. It's a lot of young cores here. It's a lot of players, a lot of teams to go through. You got the Atlanta Hawks up here. Chris, this is your favorite young core. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Talk to the people.
Oh man, definitely, man. The addition of DeJounte Murray. You already have the superstar talent in Trae Young. Now you have DeJounte Murray coming over. He brings the offense, defense. He does it all, man. Like he almost averaged a triple double last year. You also have DeAndre Hunter. He's another talented player, man. He gets it done on both ends of the floor. So I'm really, really excited. You got John Collins, athletic big. You know, posters every year.
Posters. You know he has hella posters.
Yeah, he's always on poster.
I feel like John Collins should be low key better though.
He should. You know, I'm looking forward to him taking the next step in his game too.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like Atlanta's gonna be super, super excited to watch.
Atlanta finished at the 10th seed last season. Like, where do you feel like that young core, if they take that next step? Oh my gosh, Trey. If they I'm
need
just watching
to have
the highlights too.
They need to have a solidified spot this year in the playoffs. There should be no playing for them this year. No playing. Granted, no injuries.
Yeah.
No playing. With the talent they've added, no playing.
They shouldn't even
I
be in
can't
the
wait to
playoffs.
see. I can't wait to see Trey off ball. That's gonna be so dangerous
Yeah,
trying to
I
keep
want to
up with
see
him.
that. I want to see Trey off ball. He don't usually play like that. Usually on the ball.
He's played like that in high school. That's how he got his recognition. He played like that in high school, off ball.
So you think Atlanta's a playoff team?
Chris? You talking to Chris?
Absolutely. I just feel like it's the injuries. Like DeAndre Hunter, he's been dealing with injuries every year. So he's going to be one of the key factors. But adding DeJounte Murray I feel like that's huge. Like he's solid, he's a stud. He gets it done on both ends. He gives you a little bit of everything. So I feel like Atlanta definitely should take that leap into being one of those definitive playoff teams this year.
DeJounte Murray is really a problem. All right, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All
right. First round, second round, where they at?
Ooh,
they're a playoff team, but where they at? First round, second round?
I'd say second round. They should definitely get to the second round. I think they should.
They got to the conference finals 2 years ago.
Right.
So, I mean, second round shouldn't even be crazy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And they've gotten better. They're better.
Depends on who they match up with.
That's true.
That too. It's all matchups at the end of the day.
The East is wild.
Miami shut Trey down, though, bad.
Yeah.
It was one straight possession. He was being guarded by Jimmy, Bam, and look, Kyle. I'm like,
they had no other ball handler. But they answered it.
That's true.
Exactly. Now he doesn't have to do all of that.
He doesn't
even have to do all that anymore.
Yep, he gonna love that.
All right, man. Next squad, Orlando Magics, man. Henny, that's you, man. That's your favorite young core. What are we talking about here?
So I don't think they're gonna make the. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna be in the lottery again.
That's cool.
I don't know what. I'm very excited to see what Pablo Banchero. They shut him down early because they said, all right, what did he play? 3 games, 2 games? All right, we seen all we needed to see. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're gonna sit till we start. Listen to their roster: Wendell Carter Jr., Mo Bamba, Jonathan Isaac. Franz Wagner, he was in the running for Rookie of the Year. Cole Anthony, Suggs, Jalen Suggs,
Jalen Suggs,
Jalen Suggs, Markelle Fultz, R.J. Hampton. I still think he needs a turn. R.J. Hampton,
he played good.
They got a lot. Oh, and Mo Bamba. I mean not Mo Bamba. Bobo. They have a lot. They have a lot of young good players that really need a chance. I don't know how they're gonna get it to gel because all these guys, need the ball, but they're gonna be very, very, very fun to watch. I hope Jonathan gets healthy because he's a special kid, man.
I think Wendell Carter is really good. Wendell Carter is really good.
He averaged 16 and 10.
Yeah, he was on my fantasy team last season.
Yeah, 16 and 10. That was very, very impressive. After the trade, I thought he was done, but he showed he should be a starting 5-4 in the league.
Yeah, I agree. I know you big on. Go ahead, Henry.
Go ahead. I was gonna say Pablo. He has to start.
Of course.
I don't know who's gonna sit. I don't know who's gonna sit.
Sure. Of course.
For sure.
But
he got the keys. He got the keys.
Yeah.
Cole Anthony playing off the ball now.
Yeah.
Like
who running the one?
Him.
Cole Anthony starting.
I think they're starting guard at the one.
Cole Anthony's gonna start, right? Cole Anthony's gonna start, just like Eric Snow.
Oh, you mean
started.
just playing on the one? I see what you're saying.
Just like Eric Snow started.
Pablo's gonna run the offense.
Just like Eric Snow started playing with LeBron, LeBron rookie year. Cole Anthony gonna play. He gonna start.
The ceiling is high for that team, man. The ceiling is high. That's a great problem to have. Those young players, great problem to have.
Next team.
Too many young players.
Next team. One of our favorite teams, but they're not my favorite young core. That's you, Henny. You got your boy Detroit.
Oh, I go again?
Detroit. I mean, not you, Henny. Tony, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I apologize. I apologize. Tone.
Nah. Listen. The Detroit Pistons is my young core this year. They're gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
The thing with the Detroit Pistons, they got a seasoned coach. They got a coach who has the experience in the playoffs, who's been in playoff battles with the best player of the generation, some would say. And Dwayne Casey has been coach of the year before. So he has the accolades in the sport to show he's proven. And he just has a young bunch. You know, you got Durant, you got Ivy, you got Cunningham, Killian Hayes, who I feel like is a late bloomer. I think he's going to have an opportunity to get some PT this year, and we'll see. Big guard. Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, Marvin Bagley. Dallo. So Dallo was one of those players. I remember him from fantasy because every time one of the guys was injured, he went crazy. So Dallo's going to be one of those guys who I think gets a lot of opportunity. You know, and then you got the vets. You got guys like Corey Joseph who's going to come in and show these guys how to control games. Corey Joseph's had a good career. He's been around. He's played in pop systems. So to get that experience with those young players are going to be good.
Alec Burke.
Corey got a ring.
Yeah, Corey got a ring.
And he has a ring. So you got some championship there.
Alec Burke is there.
Alec Burke. And Nerlens Noel. Nice vets. Nice vets.
You got vets to support those youngins when they're going through their battles and challenges that all young players go through. But most importantly, they're going to have the opportunity to just play. Like, the expectation for them isn't to do and be much, right? Yeah. It's just go out, you know, learn the system, play the way coach wants you to play, and just continue to develop. And I think that they're going to surprise a lot of teams.
So you think, where you think they at? You think, where do you think they land?
I think they'll be in a play. I think they'll be in a play-in. I think they remind me of like the not New Orleans, the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah. I think they'll be in a play-in, and depending on how well they put it together, they may be able to knock a team off. They have the pieces. They have the pieces to do it, and I go back to coaching. Coaching is super important when you got young people. So
I like their team too, man. I like the Ivy pickup. The Sadiq Bey, Cade is a beast. Stewart and Bagley, Durant coming off the bench probably. I think they got a young core going forward, man. I think it's pretty dope. All right, man. Like my turn. My top picks. I mean, not my top pick. My favorite young core. You already know where I'm going. New York Knicks all day. Young core elite.
Help, let me know.
Obi, Quickly, Grimes, McBride, Sims. Let's get it in. Yo, even though I say no Randall slander on the channel, get Randall out of here. Obi's the future, the young core. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, look, Obi's infectious. I feel like if they need to keep those players for like the next for 10 years, bro. Keep them for like 10 years, bro. RJ Barrett, Quickly, Obi. I really feel like they're the future. Especially how much better they get from year to year. You know what I mean? Like they actually do get better year to year. Quickly with just some minutes, man. I really been saying star IQ since the beginning, man. Give the man some minutes. Yeah, he's not good at, finishing at the rim, but you gotta live with some things. He's more of a shooter than a contact finisher. You know what I mean? But I feel like that core right there, if Leon Rose giving them a chance to continue to grow and grow together, I feel like they can be a real problem in the East coming up. I really, 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 really do. I really do.
So now here's the real question. Where you got them?
All right. I'm gonna keep it 100.
He about to lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
Whenever
lie.
you start a sentence like that, you already know.
I got listen.
His voice started cracking. He said, "I'm gonna keep it 100."
I'm about to say something crazy.
All right.
So, I feel like,
oh god,
I feel like the Knicks this season, they're gonna be the team to surprise people. I feel like they are gonna creep in that 7-6 spot. I think they're gonna be in that 7-6 spot. I do.
6.
7-6.
Maybe if we make one more move.
I think the Knicks will be in that 6-7 spot, depending on injuries.
I highly believe in Jaylen Brunson, that he's going to take his game to another level where he's the focal point of starting the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that RJ in his 4th year really turn it up. And I also believe that Randall, in touching the ball less, he'll be much more efficient. I don't want to see
ball less.
I don't want to see him ISO dribble into 2 people on a 2-point shot.
Yeah.
I
don't want to see that no more. Right. And now he's more efficient. He's going to take better shots. He's going to be put in position to take better shots. RJ is not going to have to find his way. He's going to be put in better positions to take his shot. And Brunson is going to be put in position to where he can facilitate and without being worried about being off ball as much. I feel there's going to be situations where Randall's going to do it, but
yeah,
it's going to be less than Luka. I'm pretty sure his possession per is probably nuts compared to Randall.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope so.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right about surprising people.
What you think, Chris?
Let's hope.
No, I mean, I thought you was gonna go crazy into that. To be
really?
honest with you, I did.
What you thought I was gonna do?
I thought you was gonna say 4, but
oh Lord.
but I mean, I could see it too. I could see the Knicks surprising a lot of people this year. 6-7, I don't knock that. I think that's very, very obtainable for the New York Knicks.
Wow.
I mean, let me say this, and tell me if you still think they'll be 6 or 7.
This guy gonna burst the bubble. Go ahead.
Debbie Downer. He's a Debbie Downer.
Let's go, Debbie. Let's go, Debbie.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh
Philly.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
You got Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Who else you got? You got Boston.
Mm-hmm. The Knicks.
There we go. There we got it.
There you go, right there. There you go, right there.
Brooklyn.
Uh-huh.
You
ain't got 2 more. You ain't got 2 more.
Chicago.
Oh, damn.
You got Chicago.
I think
You
we're
ain't got
better.
one
We're gonna
more.
be better than Chicago.
Oh, you guys gonna be okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna be.
I remember the last time you told me that. But you got Chicago. Yeah, you got the Cavs.
The Cavs is tough. And they couple injuries had them.
I don't think they can play like that again. I don't think they can.
You don't think so, JB Bickerstaff?
I don't think it was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
I was rocking with them. They didn't make the playoffs. They didn't make the play-in. I don't think they could do it again.
They fell all the way out.
They fell all the way out. I don't think they could do it again. They just had the momentum. Nobody was ready for that. They were so tall.
Mm-hmm.
They got a nice young core.
They got a nice young core too.
Ball, they do got a nice young core.
Darius Garland, Sexton. We don't know what they doing with Sexton.
Oh yeah, right. He's a free agent.
I think he's unrestricted.
He's restricted.
Restricted?
Yeah, he's restricted.
Okay.
Restricted.
All right, so let's take the Cavs off then. What about Toronto?
I think we could be better than Toronto.
I think we could be better than Toronto. I think the Knicks could be better than Toronto.
Ooh, Knicks fans feeling high this year. I think
they always beat us though. I be tight. They always beat us.
I hate
that. They look like all-stars.
Yo, they be coming in there. It look like an AAU team playing in a church league, boy. We just get
every single time,
boy. It's the
only beat Toronto. Toronto.
Oh
I don't know if the Knicks gonna be better than Atlanta.
I mean, that's tough. I mean, you guys got Atlanta probably. I mean, I don't know. We gonna see. They may not be. They may not be better than Atlanta. But let's not forget, right? Boston was in the 11th or 10th place before they went on a crazy historical run.
Yeah.
So, to the expectations.
You're not saying what I think you're saying.
If there's
You're
gonna
not
be a
saying what I
team,
think
if
you're
there's
saying.
gonna be a team at the top that falls down, it could be Boston.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that the Knicks are gonna go on that type of run. I was gonna say they don't got those type of players to do that. They don't got those type of players.
We don't got no max. We don't got max players like that. We don't got impact players.
Oh my God! Unless you get Julius Randle from 2 years ago,
maybe we'll give Draymond Green a max because you know what I mean. You feel like Draymond's a max player?
Draymond Green, I think he's a max player.
Huh?
I think he's a max player for Golden State. I don't think he's a max player. I think he could demand that contract from Golden State.
Yeah.
If he was, reports were saying that he's okay with openly shopping around, which I think all players should do. If he was to shop around, he would see that he's not max. People are not just going to pay a max for Draymond. But Golden State 100% should pay a max for Draymond. I don't think you can replace him with anyone else in the league. He does everything for them. He's the reason that system looks the way it does.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I wouldn't give him the max if I was the GM. I wouldn't.
If you were the GM of the Warriors, you saying?
If I could afford it, I don't know. Golden State runs on a different budget.
Right. NBA, yeah, it's so mad at them.
They're trying to change.
I gotta research that story a little bit because they're so mad at that with whatever they're doing.
What you got, Chris?
Rules about salary cap.
I'd have to agree with Tony. I feel like if I'm Golden State, I would do it. I mean, he has been a part of their 4 championships. I feel like he is like the glue for that team. I feel like some people take for granted, and they say it's so easy to replace him, but
yeah,
it's not. Draymond thinks the game differently from other players. Like he knows, they have better chemistry. He knows their habits. He knows the sets.
Very important.
He's smart. He knows how to outthink people, and it doesn't show up on paper, but he does it on the court. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's so many things that he does that just don't show up on the stat sheet, and people don't give him enough credit for the things that he does that doesn't show up there. So I feel like it'll be extremely hard to replace a Draymond Green and think that somebody could bring the same heart and intensity that he brings to that team night in and night out.
So you paying $50 million for that?
It's 41.
41?
I think it was. I think that's what he wanted. I think he wanted his extension to be. It was 41 a year.
I was saying you paying.
Jesus Christ!
You feel like he's worth that? That's a lot of money.
But again, for Golden State, yes.
For Golden State, he's worth it.
For Golden State, yes, he's worth it. To keep that core and chemistry together and that ship going, yes, he's worth it. I mean, he is well worth it.
Draymond
because
Green,
you don't. Let's say you don't give it to him.
Right.
You lose Draymond.
Right.
Then what?
I mean, he's
got 4 rings.
You're not getting the 5th or the 6th one.
Right. Exactly.
It'll be hard. I wouldn't say not getting it. I'm saying it's going to be hard.
It's going to be extremely hard.
It'll be extremely hard.
Extremely hard.
Yeah. It'll be extremely hard for them to turn around and get that.
It's hard to find players that are willing to go out there and do things that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah.
Draymond is willing to do that. He's willing.
He got one more year, right? He
doesn't care about going out there and scoring 20 points.
Does he have one more year?
If he has a wide open, I don't know.
Okay.
I know it's an
has
extension.
To be because they would have been
it's an extension.
They would have been talking about it. So.
But if he's out there with an open jump shot, there's not a lot of people that's gonna pass up that open jump shot to give it to somebody else. He's gonna do that.
And it's gonna be a swing pass to the corner to go get a bucket.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's one of those guys. He's willing to go out there and do the dirty work.
Yep, I agree. Draymond Green, they killing you on the media circuit, my brother. But I truly believe that you one of my favorite players. Draymond Green, one of my favorite players. All right. Let me rephrase that. In the current NBA right now, he's my favorite player. The way he impacts the game on both ends of the floor, without even having to touch the ball, I think it's underappreciated amongst fans, I would say.
Absolutely.
Draymond Green locked up Joker. I think he locked up the MVP this year to help them advance. I was watching that series closely, and I was like, "This is amazing basketball." Joker just looked out of character playing against Draymond.
Joker's out of shape. He's out of shape. He is definitely out of shape.
Yeah, he's probably out of shape.
Yeah, he's definitely out of shape doing all that. That's why he's the most skillful big. But I personally don't think that he's a max player.
Mm-hmm.
But to 29 teams, he is not a max player. But to the Golden State Warriors, it sucks that he has to put him in at this position because they gotta pay him that money. They're not the only player that can do what he does at that level.
Yeah,
is LeBron James, and they can forget about LeBron James. Is the only person in my mind that could replace Draymond in that position, and they're not getting him, so they're gonna have to get the next best player, which is Draymond, and pay him what he asked for. But if they think he's not getting nothing after this, he deserves it. He deserves it.
He's in his 15-16 season.
Yeah, he deserves it. Yeah, he's not getting a penny from them. Not a vet minimum, not nothing, not anything after this. They're gonna give it to him, and he deserves it. But they are mad that they have to pay him that.
That's hilarious.
Because he deserves it. He deserves it.
All right, man. Let's get to
go ahead. Something that I love about that is he mentioned LeBron, right? You know the similarity between LeBron and Draymond Green?
Only the mental.
The agent's name is Rich Paul. The agent's name is Rich Paul. If you know anything about Rich Paul gets his players paid. Draymond Green to get his match contract. I promise you that. I promise.
Yo, if Rich Paul pulls it off, he's the best. He's the best.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't doubt.
He gonna get him more.
His track record's amazing.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Get him more.
It wouldn't be the first time. It would
not be the first time.
Oh man. All right, man. Let's get to another discussion, man. 2 top players in the league, 2 bigs.
Oh, this is great.
Karl Anthony Towns or Anthony Davis, man. Karl Anthony Towns or Anthony Davis.
I can't wait for the graphics for these.
Whoop. Throwing it to you, Henny. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm just going to break it down to how much they accomplished without playing with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really accomplish that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably have to lean towards AD.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get a defensive? No, he didn't get a defensive player of the year. AD, he didn't. I'm gonna still take AD on this one. I'm torn. They're solid bigs. They're generational bigs. They still post up, but they also shoot threes.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them do the same. But I'm gonna have to give it to a little more to AD simply because he plays defense, and not a lot of bigs play defense anymore. They just put their hands up. But AD,
stay vertical. Vertical.
Yeah, stay vertical. AD, he can guard a guard. Cat can't. They had to give up four first round picks to get a big that plays defense. So they can move Cat they move Cat to the 4. So I'm gonna have to give it to AD simply because he's a two-way who could do the same thing, everything that Cat could do and more. And as he moves on, he's got more accolades than Cat. I believe Cat only has a little 3-point trophy.
A little 3-point trophy.
Yeah.
A little 3-point trophy.
That's funny.
Yeah, some first, second.
Listen, I'm going Cat. Going forward, I'm going Cat. If you're talking a career base, I mean, AD got a championship. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, if we're talking about going forward, I'm definitely picking Cat. If you're talking as an individual player over the last couple of years, I'm definitely picking Cat. Cat is a far superior offensive player to me than AD, then AD is a better defensive player than him, or I would feel like they're around the same. So I feel like his AD being a great defensive player, awesome. Let's say his defensive rating is a 10, 1 out of 10 is a 10, right? And his offensive rating is a 6, right? I would say Karl Anthony Towns' offensive rating is a 10 and defensive rating is a 6. I feel like that's the equivalent of their respective talents or whatever. But I do think that Karl Anthony Towns is a flipping beast. He's a monster. He's going after it every game. He's a dog. He's not scared to bang. He's gonna be there, right? You know he's gonna play. he's gonna be in a uniform, right? That you know what I mean, team uniform. So I'm gonna go with Karl Anthony Towns, and I really feel like Karl Anthony Towns is gonna have a much better season than Anthony Davis is gonna have this season.
I don't know about that. AD been working with lethal shooter.
I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is a lethal shooter.
Yeah. Oh. True.
Which way you leaning, Chris?
I have to go with Dom.
You go with H Fizzle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cat 2 moving forward. I mean, I just feel like we've all heard the nickname AD's had as a late street clothes. Like I just feel like he's so frail, and I just feel like Karl Anthony Towns brings that physicality side to the game that I wanted to see from AD, but it looks like he hasn't been bringing that, and I feel like Cat is gonna continue to make those leaps, and I feel like he's gonna be. I feel like his ceiling is being on the same level as like Joel Embiid, so I feel like moving forward too, I'm gonna go with Karl Anthony Towns.
What you got, Tony?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I'm going with AD, right? And it's not even close, honestly.
It's not even close.
It's not close. Let's start with the good, right? Karl Anthony Towns is a better shooter than AD. That's where it ends. Everything else, AD is just far more superior than Towns. Henny brought up a great point.
Did he?
The team, Minnesota, had to mortgage their entire future to help a deficiency that Karl Anthony Towns has, which is defense. Right? He is a great offensive player. He can shoot the three very well. That is where that ends. Now, if we look at offense in a complete package, as far as playmaking, AD is a better playmaker. If we're looking at it as far as we go defensively, we don't even have to talk about defensively. I think we all understand that AD is a better defensive player. AD is just, if you're the GM of a team, you're gonna want to go with AD because he impacts more sides of the basketball game than Karl Anthony Towns does. Karl Anthony Towns' ceiling is Anthony Davis. Think about that. His ceiling, the best he could probably be in his career, is Anthony Davis.
Which Anthony Davis? Are we talking about Anthony Davis in Hornets, or are we talking about Anthony Davis with the Lakers? Anthony Davis with the Lakers is a different kind of player. That player, I feel like, has been trending in one direction. And we don't want to say it, but Frank Vogel was looking crazy last year. We don't want to say it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Anthony Davis is a little bit overrated. He's a little bit overrated.
Whenever Anthony Davis steps on the floor, you know what you're getting from him.
I don't.
He's been injured.
We step on the floor? You mean when he falls on the floor?
Okay, so the last time we saw Anthony Davis in more of a complete season, he won an NBA championship. So when we talk about being on the floor and being available, that's what I mean when I say I'm on the floor. Anthony Davis is one of those guys that you put on your team, the expectation is championship. We don't say the same for Karl Anthony Towns.
I think that LeBron James 100% can win a championship this year with Karl Anthony Towns.
I agree.
I agree with that. I think LeBron can win a championship.
LeBron James is not going to win a championship with AD this season.
Nah, I still think it's even.
I can agree.
Still think it's even.
They're not winning.
Even one of them talented big. They're both talented.
Yeah, I agree.
Either
with
one
that
of them. But it's not about LeBron. This is about the
agree
difference between them two.
No, I get that.
AD makes the
Dora.
better defensively.
AD's not gonna last.
Your entire team better defensively.
AD's not gonna last.
He's not gonna last. He's not gonna last.
We'll see. He knows that, and he's been working on it.
He knew that
that's
every
what I'm
season.
saying.
I think AD got his chip and was like, "All right, I'm a top 75 player. Now you can't take it away from me. I was great in Kentucky."
He was great. He was great.
He was.
Towns went to Kentucky too.
Who went to Kentucky?
Yeah.
Towns was in Kentucky too.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about who had a better season that year. Sips water. Listen, people. You just tuned in to the Eyes on Podium podcast. Episode 5.
That's 10.
That's 10, but I'm saying 5 of both heads. You know what I mean?
Niggas at episode 5.
Episode 5.
I feel like
I want to see what Dove does for episode 10.
Listen,
Right.
I might put my toes up here. You might see the monster toes.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
You might see the monster toes on here real quick. You know what I mean?
Relax. Take it easy.
Eyes on Podium podcast. We appreciate y'all joining us. EOP.
You don't have sound effects yet.
Oh, that's foul.
Episode 5, baby.